So I want to get into, I always love this question because it's my favorite to talk to people about, just their products and how they came up with it. So what are the adventures of Elena and Ned, the Gargoyle PI about, and how'd you come up with this idea?
Sure. So yeah, that's my new book. So that's my comedic urban fantasy. It's about these two private detectives. Elena is a zany human, and Ned is a very serious, proper gargoyle. So they're very opposites, and these two have to solve these really kooky supernatural cases, um, like locating a werecat's missing cat food, or tracking down some missing anime collectibles.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's all these. It's told with there's 10 different cases in the book, and
Oh, cool.
each one is like very silly, weird thing they have to solve. And it was a ton of fun to write. And it's actually my I've written a bunch of books, but this was my favorite characters to ever write. And I think part of it is just that the dichotomy between them are so opposite. So it just writing the dialogue between these two is just so much fun because they're so polar opposites. But they're also really good friends and partners though too. Um, but yeah, so that's what it is. It's basically just very comedic, silly urban fantasy filled with lots of different supernatural creatures, though.
Well, I have a bunch of follow-up questions there, so I'm glad you explained it the way that you did today. So I appreciate that. Makes it easy on my part. How did you come up with the idea for Elena and Ned the Gargoyle?
Oh yes, so this actually the book started as a short story in an anthology called Tales of Monstrosity, and that
I like that.
anthology was all about monsters. But the assignment for that anthology was come up with a monster story that's not your typical vampire werewolf, the ones you see a lot. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
get a supernatural creature that you may not see as much. So I was thinking, I'm a huge fan of the 90s Disney animated show Gargoyles. Um, so that kind of spurred me. I was thinking of that show and I was like, oh, why don't I tell a gargoyle story? You don't actually, at least I don't see a lot of gargoyle stories in
Yeah,
books.
no.
Um, I mean, they're out there, but you just don't see a lot of them. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, let me tell a story about a gargoyle. And what if he was a private detective? Um, so it came from that prompt about trying to come up with a different kind of monster story. Okay. Um, so that's where the idea came from, inspired by the Gargoyle show. Although my book is nothing like the show. It's completely different. But anyway, that's where the inspiration came from.